Hi. So here are my ideas about the movie The Last Sun. The Last Sun manages to combine different aspects of movie making. Some are good and some are bad. There is no middle ground. First of all, there is something unique about westerns, something really close to the concepts of freedom, adventure, and exploration, especially when these kind of movies emphasize the landscapes, the wilderness, the sounds of nature, and the people surrounded by it, dependent on it. This movie does this and also plays with light, natural light, sunlight. It amplifies the connection with nature for everyone, for us, the viewers, and for the characters. Another interesting aspect is authenticity in details. Like, for example, guns or revolvers. They are usually cheap. In most cases, people didn't have a lot of money to buy an expensive gun, so they were cheap and simple, like revolvers with a lot of wood and shotguns, usually with two barrels. The same with clothes. They are simple, dirty, weird, old. Similar is the situation with the faces. In many occasions, the characters didn't have time and place for good hygiene. They have dirty faces. The hair is not well arranged. The same with the beards. All these little details contribute to an attractive environment, close to reality. Even more captivating is the sense of danger which is always present. Sam Worthington's character, the hunter, is extremely dangerous, like not even as a wild animal, but more dangerous. You can get killed by him for the most trivial of reasons. Bates Wilder's character, Coleman, clearly didn't want to kill him when he shot well above the hunter's head just to make him stop and explain what he did with his daughter, but easily gets killed for that. The sense of danger is amplified by the sudden death of one of the associates of Cal, Logan. He gets shot point blank by Solomon's subordinate, Soldier Ernie. Sudden attack on the hunter by a Crow warrior and even the infection of a wound all illustrate the always present danger and a not so romantic side of being an outlaw or a guardian of the law for that matter, especially in the Wild West. Just remember the moment near the end where David Silverman's character, Big Buck, the sheriff, asks what's going on and gets shot by Cal immediately. On the negative side is the very premise or the basic idea of the movie, the curse. One of the worst punishments a man can endure is to be left all alone, with nobody left to continue his bloodline, and this is according to Indians themselves. No wonder the Last of the Mohicans is such a sad story. So it's clearly one of the ways of revenge for the Cheyenne on one of their worst enemies. And what better way to take revenge than to make your enemy destroy his blood with his own hands, and then maybe you kill him or live to suffer? For an experienced and wise warrior, this should have been evident. But in this story, the hunter appears as a brute driven by naked instincts and obsessed by the idea of destroying his children. The whole history of mankind is a testament against this idea. People have sacrificed themselves pretty often to protect their children, so the cursed blood doesn't make the story too believable. Another problem is the character of Emily Marie Palmer, Megan. First of all, she's not 16, at least she doesn't look 16 in my eye, and this is the smallest part of the problem. Her family environment speaks volumes about her not exactly knowing anything about hunting, but against all odds, we see her very efficiently following her father, hunting the hunter, so to speak. How on earth she manages to be exactly in the right places to find him is beyond explanation. And of course, the hardened killer doesn't notice anything at all. Even if her character was a young man with military training but without experience, it would have been foolish for him to confront the hunter. And without doubt, he would be scared for his life. To understand this, you have to remember that his son is a merciless killer and he was scared enough to associate himself with the Willits clan to kill his father. And can somebody explain me why she didn't come back to her mother, whom she left all alone and who probably lost her mind? Speaking of the mother, that is Claire, Kendra Alaura's character. A strange way of behaving for a mother, like after the hunter first visited, maybe she should have sent Megan away to some relatives, or she should have told her husband about a dangerous killer who just visited. Maybe he would have managed to get some help. It's hard to understand her behavior. Of course, she was shockingly scared, but to the point where you don't protect your loved ones, it's not believable. And one last thing. The twist at the end with Megan killing her father and her son being the last son just doesn't have meaning. I don't see it. That's all. These were my views about this movie. Thank you and see you next time.